right, Shalom Yashala. Another video, getting right into it, giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone, bishops, and salutations, much salutation to Brother Teach Word for the hopeful elect. Soon to be the elect most high will, we always say, and we continue to exalt those names of Yahweh, which means he is to be his son, Yahweh Shai, he's to deliver. We need to deliver more than ever now, and we always say in the Holy Spirit. Mention some of Edom's pride, and gonna get a definition of pride like I got here on the blue letter, and get a few scriptures. It says, then it's hope. Company sells, and I got this from the internet, just Googling, information. You could research it yourself. Dennis Hope. It says company sells pieces of the moon, $20 per acre. Over 2.5 million have been sold. Pieces of the moon. Like they don't own the moon, man. Most High said he created the greater light for the day and the lesser light for the night. He created the moon, the sun, moon, and stars, man. So that's that's their pride. It says Richard Branson purchased Pluto. They got the Outer Space Treaty. It says everybody know about this one. July 16, 1969, and those are 3 6s in there. Neil Armstrong landed on the moon, which was fake. It was false information. And the moon is not a dust ball. It's a illuminated, a celestial, work of the Most High. It says U.S. Navy, U.S. have 40 naval bases. Most powerful bomb MK/BF3, B53, high yield bunker buster. Strongest bomb is. I'm hoping. I think that's pronounced. I think that T is silent. I'm not sure though. I'm pronouncing it like Tsar Bomba, which is from Russia. And they're Edomites too. President Truman recognized Israel as a nation, a state in when we called them the 1948ers, known as, we term them other things that they're known to be according to the scriptures. Amalek, and Teman, and overall Edom. First Arab-Israeli War in May 1948, following the Israeli Declaration of Independence, ceasefire agreement. After 1973, they had Yom Kippur War. Peace agreement signed between Israel and Egypt in 1979. Balfour Declaration was a public statement by British government during the World War I. 4 years, a war to end all wars. That's around the time of Oppenheimer. And the time of, right after that was, I think Oppenheimer was 1935, I think. And let me get that straight, just to be sure. Actually, I think it was in 1954, something like that. Let's get it to make sure. When was Oppenheimer? No, it was right after the.
According to Britannica,
Okay.
Robert Oppenheimer was an American theoretical physicist and science administrator, noted as director of the Los Alamos Laboratory during development of the atomic.
1943 and 1945. So I was hit around the ballpark. British government it was a British mandate in Israel before Israel became so-called state. in 1948. France, Russia, and Britain against Dole, Germany, and Australia. And Germans also combined with it. Okay. I don't want to. Turkey has 125 embassies. 177 countries maintain embassy buildings in Washington, D.C. Soviet Union declared war against Japan. You know, this is here or there, but it's, you know, it's documentation. It's all talking about really Edom being, you know, the head honcho, so to speak. But more so, you know, I was trying to get toward some of the first things I mentioned, like him claiming the moon and selling pieces of moon and claiming Pluto and all that. And I got that word pride. It says right here. It says, let me get Strong's.
Strong's H 1347. Gaon.
It looks like God won. God won. Let me see the Hebrew. Paleo Hebrew, I mean. Pride in hate Paleo Hebrew. Pride in Haleo. Why not? Come on, man. Never can talk right when the mic come on. Pride in Paleo Hebrew.
Vessel, a name, so it's good news that Israel's new submarine is called Rahav. Rahav means pride or arrogance in Hebrew, but it also has a lot of other translations.
Oh, shit, that's just some...
Say it's bad luck to leave a vessel unnamed, so it's good news that Israel's new submarine is called Rahav. Rahav means pride or arrogance in Hebrew.
New submarine, Israel's new submarine is called Ahab, which is pride, she's saying.
Hebrew, but it also has a lot of other translations. Rahav is the Hebrew name for the Greek god of the sea, Neptune. And the term
Greek
is also
god of
mentioned
the sea.
several times in the Bible with
why they naming
different meanings.
That thing out there, Greek god? Because they are the Greeks. They are the Romans. They are these biblical names, Amalek and Teman and Edom.
It refers to sea monster, a multi-headed dragon, and it even refers to the land of Egypt.
So you look at that. It even worked. And we told you that they're the modern day Egyptians. I don't know. I might do a separate video about this. Anyway, it looks like God Awan to me. So let me go to the definition: exaltation, excellence, pride, arrogance, bad sense, swelling, pomp, majesty, arrogancy, and I think it talks about the Most High bringing their pomp down. Let me see what that scripture is. Yeah, Isaiah 14:11. Thy pomp is brought down low to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. So it talks about their pride. So because the infrastructure is eroding and corrupting from inside out, and it talks about the pride of them in Obadiah, pride of thine heart. Obadiah 1:3, the pride of thine heart, which is your mind, goes back to the Hebrew word lab, where you get laboratory from, because that's a thinking tank, so to speak, have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. And we've shown you many videos their habitation high. They're building one of the tallest buildings right here in Oklahoma. Has been passed to build this out of all the states. They had the Twin Towers. They have skyscrapers. They have the Statue of Liberty. They have, all this high habitation of things. Petra goes back to Petra, and even like places like Mount Rushmore, where they carve the certain political figures into the mountains. I forget who the four is, but yeah, and is that tall? I mean, Rushmore. I think that's the tallest mountain. Dwellers in the clefts of the rock, and they were known to be cave dwellers, and they show you that. That's what Caucasian go back to, and they show you that in their own commercials. And they got them, like I said, they got a movie called Caveman. You can look it up. And the concrete jungle stuff goes back to that. So we are the people of the earth, and it says that too. All men came from the ground, but Adam was made of the earth. We're the people of the earth, man. That's why we connect with resources, and we use the resources. Jake, he be like, even with gold, he uses it. He wears it around his neck. He's on his fingers, in his mouth. He don't put it under any, where it's just for show or something like that. Nah, but we're really connected and somewhat fascinated, by those things. But we know in the truth, it's spiritual before anything. But you could see, the concrete jungles. We're not supposed to be on concrete things of that. We the people of the soil and the earth and farming and vegetation, which they have made kind of like taboo, or they made kind of like, like that's not manly to be a farmer, or it's not manly to, grow your crops and vegetables. They make it, they feminize that. But no, that's husbandry right there. That's a man cultivating his land for his family. Just like you have seeds that come out of loins, when you lie down with women, that's and you cultivate, and you teach your children knowledge, wisdom, and let them grow. And you got a family tree and so forth. Well, he's not of that nature. He's like, the vagabond of the earth. What do you call it? It should be a vagabond and a fugitive, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, in his mind, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's the pride, man. And they do that. Who shall make war with America? Because this is basically the focal point of, the New World Order of, this is Babylon all over again. This is the height of Rome, because they can't practice the height of Rome over there, because it's too much, it's too much history intertwined with that that's broken up in pieces, and even the whole continent of Europe, that we ruled for 1,000 years, carry on in the history of us, which was hidden, but now people are finding out, to where, Rome, there was a such thing as black popes. There was such thing as, black priests and all that, and so-called, I would say. You had the Holy Roman Empire, So those kind of things. And then they have pride with the power that they have with the military might, and they've always bragged about that. Ego. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle flieth. Let me get that eagle. And I'm going to show you, that's their bird. See, Most High is symbolic. There's layers within layers. It's like apostles always say that breakdown within breakdowns. Most High, Esau be thinking he deep. That's why they don't think it, like somebody, a Christian, be like, well, that's not what that means. Ego, just because it says ego, that doesn't mean that that's talking about the bird of America. Well, first of all, this is not America's book. So whatever you feel like you have a breakdown of is not the right, because you learned in the lines of your fathers, and it says their fathers would inherit lies. The children will complain of an ungodly father, not only because it should be recompensed for his sake, but they inherited lies. It says Deuteronomy 28:49, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, talking about against the Israelites. This is part of our curse, being in the hands of our enemies. From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, And the end of the earth is America. This is the fourth part of the earth. This is the uttermost part of the earth. This is the end of the earth. It's only, like we said, if you do a compass, it's only north, south, east, and west. And the eastern world, that's where they talk about, the biblical, the whole biblical perspective of the world existing is the eastern world. Because what did they say about this is the new world? They didn't call any other parts of some unknown place the new world, but they called the Americas the new world. The South, North America, the South Americas and North America. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. So, yeah, and that's it's on the quarter, it's on the dollar bill, the eagle. It was the and this is Rome all over again. It was the same bird as Rome. Let me get that information. What bird represented Rome? There you go. The eagle, same thing. The eagle remains one of the most famous animal symbols associated with ancient Rome today. Why, if they a new world, why didn't they choose a new fowl or whatever, a new creature to represent this new world? Most famously, the eagle or aquila featured on the standard of the Roman legions. Why are they using the eagle, man? America, in her pride, she would, to be, because they said the new world and all that, so everything's refreshed and new and the reset and everything, but they're using the same bird. Because this is Rome all over again. So it said, the pride have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, and it says pride goes before a fall, pride goes before destruction. And I'm getting to close out. And it says, I will break the staff of the wicked. And that's pride, that rulership. It says the excellency. Her Most High is going to break the excellent. Yeah, you know the word, man. That he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide man from man. Yeah, and see, Job 33 and 7. Let me see. Job 33. It won't do that. Job 33. Job 33 and 17, King James Version. I should have said, see if I can go back. Okay, full chapter 16. 33 and 16. Then he opened the ears of men. Let's start at 15 right quick. In a dream and a vision of night, when deep sleep falleth upon a man, he slumbereth on the bed. Then he opened the ears of men and sealeth their instruction, man, because the Most High is in control of this, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. You know, so they don't know what they're gonna do from, one day to the other. And they were to come out with this plan way before. This plan was in the workings a long time ago. These are those same people too, man, of the Greeks and the Romans. Of course, you had the Hellenistic era, with our people, but we were intertwined, so to speak, with the Greek customs and religions and the society itself. But so whatever that, like, they say, well, even with their negotiations of peace and all that, well, Most High is gonna turn the tides on that and make them go to war. Like you have a child and he buys the G.I. Joe men and Centurion men and all that, and they always fight. He always, there's a good guy and a bad guy. Psalms 10 and 2, the wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined, man. So, and that lets you know too that the Most High, he has secrets and he revealed certain things. So this ain't Bible ain't open to everybody. He want only certain people to get this. The mysteries that he gives and the parables he give, dark sayings is only to certain people. That's why a lot, no matter how constructive and important piece of important information and important reading of the Bible that makes complete sense, these nations will still be like, that's I'm not, I don't read the Bible. I've read books from other people, like I've read Moabite books that I get to complete. I've read The Art of War, and it makes it, and it's one written by James Allen. But he looks like a so-called white man. It's called As a Man Thinketh. It's a good book to read. As a Man Thinketh, and it makes perfect sense. And I still have those books. It's not the Bible, but it's some good information in there. It's some good words that are useful to your mental education, your mental good. Somebody tell you that, hey, they got to talk about what kind of things you could take to eat better, and pick out certain foods that are what do you call it, that are natural, and herbs and all that. You don't have to be in the Bible. The names of the herbs are not in the Bible. Most I just said herbs, but they'll give you some names of what to look for in the stores, and hey, you can't knock that. You're gonna go get those things. So, I went somewhere else a little bit, but yeah. But a prideful man, he'll try to keep everything, keep all the information from people, hide his food and all that, and hide the gold and hide the money from the world, and keep people poor and shit, and stand sit up on his so-called throne and all that, and and be the worst person in the world. If your Lord hate evil, Proverbs 8:13, the fear of the Lord is to hate evil. Pride and arrogancy and the evil way and the forward mouth do I hate. Yeah. And it's all kind of scriptures on pride, man. But I wanted to go this one, last one. Last two. Pride. Proverbs 16:18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. America's a haughty ass harlot, man. You know, she got a haughty spirit. The spirit of America is haughty and prideful, and it's going to go before a fall. Proverbs 29:23, a man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. Yeah, that pride is going to bring them low. You know? And if you read about the pride of Rome back then, it mentions in the scriptures a beast like none other, you know, pretty much. And this is just a fabrication and a mirror image of Rome, you know. And you saw those eagles that was both represented as the power bird and you know how, you know, eagles is the proud bird, and like I said, it's on your quarter, it's on your dollar bill, it's on, you know, it's their symbol. I looked it up. It's their, so to speak, mascot. I think that's it, you know. So hopefully it was edifying. To the next video. Shalom.